Greetings to my 981 subscribers and of course you, the future subscriber. So once you have watched the video, please remember to like and subscribe and help the channel to reach 1000, maybe before the end of 2022. So a couple of days left to go. So tonight we are looking at a Glenfiddich. Now, I've done so many reviews of Glenfiddich. They have so many different varieties to choose from, different palates. And I would encourage you, give them a try, see what you think about it. So tonight it's the Glenfiddich Experimental Series Project XX or 20. And I'm quite excited to give this one a try, a review, a quick nose and a quick taste. Not really expensive, about 45 euros. It is bottled at 47% ABV. And of course, it's a no age statement whiskey. So, well, it's up to you if you decide if it is going to be too expensive or not. So, an interesting whiskey, Project XX or Project 20. And of course, that refers to the 20 master or malt masters that went through all the warehouses and picked their best whiskey, and they all add these whiskies together, and of course they created this Project XX. Now, quite excited. Can you just imagine rummaging through all these warehouses, picking your favorite? Of course, it then also tends to say to me, it must be a bloody good selection. You only pick the best. You're not going to pick something that you didn't like. So I expect quite a lot on this whiskey. 20 people cannot be wrong. So color wise, no idea. They don't say anything about the color. So I don't know. I might go look afterwards and see what if there's any color added, but I'm not sure. But I can tell you, I think they got it correct. It is absolutely lovely on the nose. With a little bit of an agitation, I definitely get that 47% ABV. It also get a little bit of a youthful note. There is a little bit of an ethanol, especially if you start doing the unralphy thing and do the shaky. So that ethanol note is definitely there. But don't stick your nose in completely. Just let it linger. And the first thing that you get is this lovely light apple sweetness. A little bit of a pear note. But it is an awesome, soft, friendly, fruity apple notes. Maybe also a hint of a poached pear note with a little bit of a light, not too overly sweet syrup on it. And then I get a little bit of a vanilla, just a hint of it. This is, you just pass the glass in front of the nose, there's a little bit of a oaky and a little bit of a vanilla note. A little bit of a creamy vanilla note. Maybe also a little bit of a dusty, oaky, dusty note. But just pass the glass through the nose. It's really mouth-watering. It's begging me to taste it. So, very light, especially if you let it calm down or settled in a glass. It's very light and fruity. But every time, if you wait too long, it seems like all that aromas is dying down, and you need to give it a little bit of a wake-up call. And bam, it just elevates everything again. A little bit of a toffee note also appearing, like a rich, creamy toffee, like a good old English toffee. A really lovely, light, sweet on the nose. Something that I would definitely encourage the non-whiskey drinkers. If you're into the nice aroma, sweetness, this one is definitely for you. So, but of course we need to taste it. And I think if I can get this nose in the taste, I'll be quite impressed with this one. So, on the taste. Cheers. Wow. I completely didn't expect that. I think I took a little bit too big a sip. That alcohol definitely is showing up and kicking you in the face. It's got a big burn to it, a little spicy note to it, and then all of a sudden that spiciness, that heat disappears, and it just leaves a long lingering sweetness. Toffee apple sweetness, a little bit of a burnt sugar sweetness, a little bit, even a hint of a little bit of a raisins coming out. Absolutely fantastic. And now I get a little bit of a bitter note, a little bit of a tannin, but just a hint of that one. I think I need to try a little bit more. So cheers. A little bit of a oak tannin, a little bit of a burnt sugar or burnt caramel, but just a hint, and I think it's needed because it's quite sweet as well. So that sweetness, and then you get the burnt sweetness, and then you get that little bit of a tannin, a little bit of an espresso, maybe a little bit of a dark chocolate note. Not the flavor wise, but more on a little bit of a bitter note in the end. Quite nice. Let me give it one more try. This is really nice. I think this one needs a little bit of water. So I did bring a little bit of water. I'm just going to use a small little spoon. This is probably about a 4 milliliter spoon. Nice, clean, fresh water. So I'm just going to add in half of this. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a full teaspoon of water. So in the end, maybe 4 or 5 milliliters of water, just to see what the effect is going to be. Actually, it does help it a little bit. That sweetness is maybe a little less sweetness, little bit more of the vanilla notes coming out. Now it's becoming a little bit sweeter. Yeah, and not so much of the apple notes anymore. More just vanilla, a little bit of a vanilla custard. Oh yeah, but it is nice. With water, with or without water, both are fantastic. But I think for me, more it's going to be on the taste. So cheers. Oh yeah. Wow, that is really nice. That little bit of water made a big difference. It feels like that the tannins went a little bit down, and it wasn't a lot of tannins, but it's a lot less now. This one, can only imagine if you put this one in a vanilla ice cream. Gonna be so nice. It is really nice. And I keep on saying it. Give me one more try. Nothing special. Nothing overly complex. It is just an easy sipping. Even with that water, I feel that burn. Maybe that 2 sips was a little bit too big. So definitely there is a little bit room for more water. Not going to add it now. I think that's up to you to decide if you want to add water or not. But for me, without the water was great. With the water, also great. But definitely something that I would encourage you to give to that beginner whiskey drinkers. That is not going to chase anybody away. Just one more try. I can easily sip this all day. I think it's going to kick your butt a little bit. I think it's also quite a dangerous one. But I do like it. They really did. Those 20 people that got together, I think they took some of the best whiskies of Glenfiddich, added it all together, and they made something that is really special. So what do you think about this one? I will also put a link about all my other Glenfiddich whiskies. Take a look, take your pick, which one is the best for you. And what do you think about this Project XX or Project 20? Experimental and fantastic. Got that little chocolate note now. Just a hint of a 60% cocoa chocolate. A little Belgium chocolate. Fantastic. So thank you very much for watching, and remember to like and subscribe and help me to get to that 1000 before the end of this year. And I wish you a fantastic Christmas and a Happy New Year. Cheers.